South Korea President welcomes the return of diplomacy in first meeting with top U.S. diplomat. R2L2R, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, South Korean President Moon Jae-in, South Korean Foreign Minister Chung Eui-yong, and South Korean Defense Minister So-wook in Seoul on March 18. Seoul, South Korea CNN. South Korea's President Moon Jae-in welcomed the return of diplomacy and alliance with the United States and reiterated the goal of denuclearizing North Korea. During his first meeting with senior Biden administration officials on Thursday, U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin had been in Seoul meeting their counterparts since Wednesday, after stopping in Tokyo in the first international trip by Biden cabinet officials since the inauguration. Speaking at the presidential Blue House, Moon congratulated Blinken and Austin on their roles in the new administration and said he looked forward to U.S. leadership in the midst of complex crises. Having been a partner for 7 decades, sharing values and philosophy on democracy and human rights, Republic of Korea and the U.S. will continue to act together on shared challenges, including a thorough cooperation for conflict denuclearization and permanent peace in the Korea Peninsula, he said. He also praised the rapidly stabilizing pandemic situation and the vaccine rollout in the U.S., and said the two countries' alliance was strengthening as the linchpin of peace and prosperity in the region. Blinken echoes his sentiment, saying the U.S. officials had good working meetings with their South Korean counterparts and had a very strong work plan for the coming month. Earlier in the day, Blinken and Austin met with South Korea's Minister of Foreign Affairs Chung Eui-yong and the Minister of National Defense So-wook in a joint 2+2 session. In a joint statement, they said the alliance between their countries had never been more important in the midst of increasing global threat. They also confirmed that North Korean nuclear and missile issues are the priority for the U.S. and South Korean alliance, and the two countries reiterated the importance of maintaining joint readiness against all shared threat to the alliance through combined training and exercises. U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken bumped elbows with South Korean Foreign Affairs Chung Eui-yong in Seoul on March 18. North Korea had issued a statement on Wednesday and Thursday denouncing joint exercise between the U.S. and South Korea. We have a strong stance on improving human rights in North Korea and are trying continuously to make it better, said Chung in an interview with Korea's Yonhap news agency. We have explained to U.S. government that we need to make this effort along with practical improvements inside North Korea. At the meeting, Blinken called on China to play its role in North Korea's denuclearization, saying Beijing and Pyongyang had a unique relationship. I think it has a shared interest in making sure we do something about North Korea's nuclear program and the increasingly dangerous ballistic missile program, Blinken said, adding that he hopes China will use that influence effectively to move North Korea to denuclearization. Before South Korea, Blinken and Austin had visited Japan to meet with their counterparts three and there, and Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga. Next, Blinken heads to Alaska to meet with Chinese diplomats, while Austin will go to India on Friday. CNN's Ga Won-bae contributed this report.